Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholson?
Yes. Approval of the Journal of the preceding minutes for September 12th, 2024, 1688th meeting, and September 25th, 2024, 1689th special meeting.
So moved.
Second.
There are no comments by the chair. Report of the board committees. Trustee Kistner with the program management.
Do I have those in front of me? I don't have those available on my screen.
Okay, I'll go ahead and read the committee report. The Program Management Committee met on October 1st, 2024 at 7:33 a.m. The meeting was attended by trustees Evans, Wilson, and Watson with Wabi online. Chairperson Wilson called roll and had no further comments. The minutes of the September 3rd, 2024 Program Management meeting were approved. The agenda items to be introduced tonight were presented and discussed, including a detailed discussion regarding the following items. Ordinance numbers 16462 through 16465. Staff presented and reviewed details of 4 planned appropriations and contract authorizations for engineering design services on tonight's agenda. The services will provide engineering design for various improvement projects at plants and pump stations across the district to rehabilitate aging infrastructure and maintain regulatory permit compliance. These projects are planned for construction over the next several fiscal years. Ordinance number 16466. Staff detailed an unplanned supplemental appropriation to an ongoing engineering contract. The engineering consultant will perform design of 3 additional stormwater stream bank stabilization projects planned for the future years. The design projects are being expedited and added to this contract to qualify for American Rescue Plan Act. Funding recently made available to MSD by the Missouri Department of Natural Resources. The funding will allow for grant reimbursement of 98%. Ordinance numbers 16468 through 16470. Staff reviewed the details and bid information for 3 construction projects bid over the past month. The ordinance proposed will authorize construction contracts and appropriate the necessary funds for the projects. Staff indicated that 2 of the projects will be receiving grant reimbursement of 80 to 90% from the American Rescue Plan Act, being administered through the Missouri Department of Natural Resources. Staff also summarized the total funding being granted to MSD from ARPA is approximately $22 million for 10 projects. This will amount to approximately 64% of the overall funding for these projects. Staff presented details of 5 general services agreement contracts for property appraisal services. Ordinance numbers 16471 through 16475 will amend the contracts and provide funding for property appraisals associated with the acquisition of easements and property rights by negotiation or condemnation. The next committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for November 5th, 2024. The meeting was adjourned at 7:57 a.m. This concludes the Program Management Board comments report. Mr. Evans, Trustee Evans with the Finance Committee.
Thank you. The Finance Committee met on October 1st at 7:58 a.m. The meeting was attended by Trustees Wilson, Evans, Watson, Trustee Wabi online. I called roll and had no further comments. The minutes of the September 3rd Finance Committee meeting were approved. The following agenda item to be introduced tonight was presented and discussed by Director of Finance, Marion G. Introduction of proposed ordinance number 16476. This ordinance authorizes an impervious area a stormwater user charge of $1.05 per 1,000 square feet of impervious surface area to be charged to non-residential customers effective January 1, 2025. The impervious charge was authorized by voter approval of Proposition S on April 2nd, 2024, and will fund stormwater capital improvement projects to address flooding and erosion issues in the district's service area. Marion stated that non-residential customers would bill a property tax of 7.45 cents per $100 of assessed residential property tax valuation that will appear on property tax bills issued in December 2025. This tax will be included in the tax ordinance that the board will be asked to consider during the district's annual budgeting process. Other items discussed during the committee meeting included the following. Secretary Treasurer Tim Snoke reported that the SRF loans approved at September's board meeting closed on September 23rd. The interest rate on each loan is 1.23%. An annual 0.5% administrative fee will also be charged once principal payments begin, bringing the all-in rate for the loan to 1.73%. Tim reviewed the district's operating fund portfolio as of September 27, 2024. Tim indicated the portfolio is in compliance with the district's investment policy. The next committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Tuesday, November 5th, 2024. The meeting was adjourned at 8:08 a.m. This concludes the Finance Committee Board Comments Report.
Thank you, Trustee Evans. Trustee Wilson with the Stakeholder Relations Committee report.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The Stakeholder Relations Committee meeting met at district headquarters on October the 1st, 2024 at 8:10 a.m. The meeting was attended by Chairperson Wilson and Trustees Evans and Watson. Trustees Kishner and Nicholson were not in attendance, and Trustee Wabi was online. Chairperson Wilson called roll and had no further comments. The minutes of the September 3rd, 2024 Stakeholder Relations Committee meeting were voted on and approved. The first agenda item was a discussion by Brett Berthel regarding the status of MSD's OMCI subdistrict. MSD's OMCI subdistricts were offered a choice of whether they wished MSD to continue to collect OMCI taxes to address stormwater issues in their boundaries or not. 3 of the active OMCI subdistricts have submitted enough support to continue the tax at approximately 1/4 of the present rate. A resolution will be memorialized that 3 subdistricts elected to continue the collection of the OMCI taxes following voter approval of the district-wide stormwater tax and impervious charge. The 3 subdistricts are the Deer Creek Subdistrict, the Sugar Creek Subdistrict, and the University City branch of the River de Pere Stormwater Subdistrict. The taxes in these 3 subdistricts will be determined and voted on by the board as part of its consideration of the tax ordinance for the 2025 tax year and 2026 fiscal year. This is resolution number 3919 on the October 2024 board agenda. The next item was a discussion by Tracy Coleman regarding 3 ordinances for the district's FMLA provider, group life and accidental death and dismemberment insurance, and group long-term disability coverage plans. The current plan year for all 3 plans expires December 31st, 2024. These ordinances will provide MSD to enter into new contracts, will authorize MSD to enter into new contracts with the standard to provide coverage for all 3 plans. They are ordinance number 16478, 16479, and 16480 on the October board agenda. The next item was a discussion by Tracy Coleman regarding an ordinance for the district's classification plan. This ordinance will introduce new job series titles while retitle existing positions, update pay grades, and is number 16477 on the October board agenda. The last item was a presentation by Shauna Paradis regarding MSD's diversity FY 2024 annual report. Shauna's presentation summarized the CIRP construction and the design vendor workforce goals and utilization and small contractor program metrics. Additional updates were provided regarding the community benefits program, including workforce development programs, educational scholarship, and internship results. There's no board action required at this time. The meeting was adjourned at 8:40 a.m. The next tentative meeting date is November the 5th, 2024.
Thank you, Trustee Wilson. Report of Executive Director.
I have no report this month, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. No comments from the public. Submission of public hearing reports.
There are none.
Thank you. Communications.
No communications.
Consent agenda, items 10 through 21.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chair. As you mentioned, the consent agenda tonight is items 10 through 21. Is there any board member who would like to pull an item for a separate vote? Hearing none, is there a motion for adoption?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
All right, that will take us to new business. I want to note that there are two items in new business that we are going to pull from the agenda. They are items 29, which is an ordinance, and item 42, which is a resolution. So when we get to those, I'll just mention that we're going to skip past them. We're going to start, though, with ordinances and item 22, which is the introduction of ordinance number 16461, authorizing the district to enter into an agreement with Maplewood Public Library for cost sharing for green infrastructure construction in the CSO volume reduction green infrastructure Maplewood Library project in the city of Maplewood. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved. Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 23 is the introduction of ordinance number 16462, appropriating $3,467,000 from the sanitary replacement fund to be used for design of improvements in the Bissell Point wastewater treatment facility trickling filter pump replacement, final clarifier tank and concrete rehabilitation project in the city of St. Louis, authorizing the district to enter into a contract with Donahue and Associates. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 24 is the introduction of ordinance number 16463, appropriating $450,000 from the sanitary replacement fund to be used for design in the Fenton wastewater treatment facility elimination project in the city of Fenton, and authorizing the district to enter into a contract with GHD. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Second.
Thank you.
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 25, introduction of ordinance number 16464, appropriating $3.4 million from the sanitary replacement fund to be used for design of improvements in the wastewater treatment facility nutrient removal phosphorus project in the cities of St. Louis, Valley Park, Maryland Heights, and unincorporated St. Louis County, authorizing the district to enter into a contract, again, with GHD. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved. Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 26, introduction of ordinance number 16465, appropriating $1,783,000 from the sanitary replacement fund to be used for design in the pump stations and ORS SCADA PLC and network upgrades project in various municipalities in unincorporated St. Louis County, authorizing the district to enter into a contract with CDM Smith. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 27, introduction of ordinance number 16466, a supplemental appropriation of $900,000 from the district-wide stormwater fund to be used for design in the stormwater design for ARPA grant project, Contract A, in the city of Ferguson and unincorporated St. Louis County, and authorizing the district to amend a contract with Intuition and Logic Engineering. Motion for introduction.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 28 is the introduction of ordinance number 16467, a supplemental appropriation of $150,000 from the sanitary replacement fund to be used for engineering during construction services in the Bissell Point wastewater treatment facility trickling filter media replacement project in the city of St. Louis, and authorizing the district to amend a contract with Jacobs Engineering Group. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
All right, item 29 is the one we're pulling, so I'll go next to item 30, the introduction of ordinance number 16469, appropriating $1 million from the district-wide stormwater fund to be used for channel stabilization in the Delwood Creek Stream Bank Stabilization Project in the city and unincorporated St. Louis County, and authorizing the district to enter into a contract with DJM Ecological Services. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 31 is the introduction of ordinance number 16470, appropriating $2.35 million from the district-wide stormwater fund to be used for channel stabilization in the Larimore Parkway to Birmingham Court Channel Improvements Project in the unincorporated St. Louis County, and authorizing the district to enter into a contract with Gershenson Construction Company. For motion for introduction.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
All right, items 32 through 36 are all appropriating $75,000 from the general fund to be used for property appraisal services in a general services agreement type project. So if there are no objections, I'd like to group those, meaning I will read each one, then we'll take one vote at the end. Hearing no objections, we'll start with item 32, the introduction of ordinance number 16471, appropriating $75,000 from the general fund to be used for property appraisal services in the general service agreement property appraisal contract A project at various locations in the district, and authorizing the district to amend a contract with Real Estate Analyst Limited. Item 33 is the introduction of ordinance number 16472, appropriating $75,000 from the general fund to be used for property appraisal services in the general services agreement property appraisal contract B project in various locations within the district, authorizing the district to enter into a contract with Mueller and Neff Real Estate Appraisers. Item 34 is the introduction of ordinance number 16473, appropriating $75,000 from the general fund to be used for property appraisal services in the general services agreement property appraisal contract C project in various locations within the district, authorizing the district to enter into a contract with Volkert. Item 35 is the introduction of ordinance number 16474, also appropriating $75,000 from the general fund to be used for property appraisal services in the general services agreement property appraisal contract D project, also in various locations throughout the district, authorizing the district to enter into a contract with DJ Howard and Associates. And item 36, introduction of ordinance number 16475, appropriating $75,000 from the general fund to be used for property appraisal services in the general service agreement property appraisal contract E project in various locations in the district, and authorizing the district to enter into a contract with planning and valuation consultants. So for items 32 through 36, is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Wabi.
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 37 is the introduction of ordinance number 16476, an ordinance enacted for the purpose of providing revenue to fund capital improvements for flooding and erosion control. Your motion for introduction.
So
So
moved.
moved. Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 38 is the introduction of ordinance number 16477 to repeal ordinance 16423 that was adopted on July 11th, 2024, and enacting a new ordinance prescribing changes to the classification plan to update classifications to reflect the introduction of new job titles, retitle existing job titles, and update the pay grade of one position. All changes have been approved by the Civil Service Commission. For motion for introduction.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 39 is the introduction of ordinance number 16478, authorizing the district to enter into a contract with Standard Life Insurance Company to provide FMLA administration to the district employees. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 40 is the introduction of ordinance number 16479, authorizing the district to enter into a contract with Standard Life Insurance Company to provide group life and accidental death and dismemberment insurance to the district employees. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Item 41 is the introduction of ordinance number 16480, authorizing the district to enter into a contract with Standard Life Insurance Company to provide group long-term disability coverage to the district's employees. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved. Second.
Thank you, Mr. Wabi.
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
All right, we'll move to resolutions. Again, we're going to skip item 42, so there's only one resolution to bring up. It is adoption of Resolution 3919, where the district solicited expressions of interest from the various constituent municipalities and St. Louis County that comprise the 7 Operation Maintenance Construction Improvement, or OMCI, sub-districts within the district's boundaries that are currently collecting OMCI taxes for stormwater capital projects, to ascertain whether they were interested in the district continuing to collect OMCI taxes within their respective sub-districts, following voter approval of Proposition S that authorized the district to collect a tax and charge an impervious fee for stormwater capital improvements. Is there a motion for adoption?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Wabi?
Aye.
Ms. Kistner?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
All right, that is all the business we have tonight, Mr. Chair.
Meeting adjourned.
Nice. We won't have